Hey guys, J0, how you doing? I hope all is well in YouTube land. Whatever part of the world that you are in. It's been a while, and I've had some folks ask if we're all right or if the house fell on me. Yes, I'm all right. No, the house didn't fall on me. We've just been, doing springtime stuff, man. And I haven't had the camera around me a whole lot to keep up with videos, and I haven't had a chance to watch videos and answer messages. I'm sorry for the folks who have sent messages, and it's taken me several days to respond. We've been after it. We've been, cutting paths to the berry patches. We've been doing quite a bit of fishing here lately, and I will take my camera at some point when we go fishing. I keep either forgetting the camera, or how life is when you're gathering your stuff up and you just forget it. Just forget it because it is the season to put fish in the freezer, and it's a meat that I enjoy to eat, and I like fishing. I enjoy the sport, but I do it more as for food because I really like to eat fish, and so we've been doing quite a bit of fishing. And we're going to try to put some extra fish in the freezer for the winter time because some fish here where I live in Lawrence County, Ohio, which is at the very southern tip of Ohio. Most of the fish that you get in the store, if you want to buy fresh fish or something, you're going to buy it, it's got to be imported from somewhere, and it is really expensive. And I can't see paying that much for fish whenever we can go and drag it out of the hills and out of some of the strip mines and stuff that are around here. So that's what we've been doing. And at some point, yes, I will make a fishing video. I'm not an expert. Me and my buddy Wayne are making a catfish bait ball, and we're making a video about that, and it should work pretty good for catfishing. So we just been doing stuff, man, and I apologize about taking so long to put another video out, but it just is what it is. I always remember my YouTube channel is about our life. It is not our life. I'm not a professional channel. I don't have all kind of sponsors and people who are telling me you need to have a video out every week or twice a week. None of that kind of stuff. I'm not a partner with any network. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm just a regular old dude who make a video on YouTube. So that's just how it is. And sometimes I forget my camera, or sometimes I just don't feel very video-y. It's been really hot, and I just don't deal well with the heat a lot, and sometimes I just get plain old grumpy, and I just don't want the damn camera on. Turn the camera off. So, and I've switched to, like I said in the previous video, I switched to a wide brim hat. The medicine that I'm on, I'm not supposed to be exposed to direct sunlight, but with my particular lifestyle, that is not going to happen. I got to be out in the sun. We got stuff to do, and so I told my doctor I would do the best I could to keep as much sun off of me, and she said that would be acceptable. So we'll be wearing this wide brim hat from now on, not because it is a super cool fashion statement, but because it is just like my shirt or my overalls, it is a practical piece of clothing. I am not switching, I'm not going Amish or any of that kind of stuff. I'm just, it just is what it is. So don't give me no crap about my wide brim hat. Other than that, I will take a few clips of what's going on around here, the garden and the pheasants, and we'll get a little shot of the baby rabbits and the baby pheasants and that kind of stuff. And we've just been, life is what's been happening around here. Just summer life. We're trying to, with the summer season is a time that we're pretty busy. Like I said, we're trying to put fish up. We got gardens going, growing season. We got to try to keep the weeds out of it. I need to get out there in my garden and do some cleaning up, and there's some weeds growing. Here on the 1st of July, whenever that is, I don't even know what the day is, but whenever the 1st of July is, we can start setting our turtle traps and our turtle jugs. We've been, got to get out and start frog hunting. We're going to set some crawfish traps, all these things, fish, turtles, crawdads, bullfrogs. They're all stuff that we have in the summertime for a meat source, because there's nothing in hunting season as far as other critters go. There's no hunting season or trapping season going on right now in the summer, because everything is trying to bring up their young. Everything's kind of small, and they're having time to raise up their little ones before the winter comes. And the winter time is when we hunt red meat and the meat from the four-legged furry animals, so to speak. So Other than that, I hope all is well with all you guys. Like I said, I'm sorry it took me so long to say hello, but hello, everybody. We are all the way on. We took the house down. We're cleaning it up. And we got a couple of videos in the works, but I don't want to put out videos that are just a little short video, part one. You know, I want to wait till the whole project's done and then put out. It may be a long video, but at least you won't have to wait for part two, or you won't have to try to find part two. Sometimes when I'm researching something on YouTube, and I come, holy crap, that's, man, nothing says cool you off like a scalding hot cup of coffee. Yeah. Sometimes if I'm doing research on YouTube and I'm looking for a particular thing, you'll find some videos that is helpful and interesting, but it'll be in 3 or 4 parts, and you got to try to find it part 2 or part 3. I personally, as a viewer, don't like that, so I try to respect all of my viewers and try to not try to do that in the future. There are going to be some things that are going to be in different parts that are going to take a while. But some things are just going to, you know, if it's going to take a week-long project or whatever, then I may just wait the whole week and then put out one video. That way there's not 2 or 3 parts. I don't know. That's my feeling, I guess, on it. If I'm wrong, let me know, please. But I just don't want to, you know, I don't like the thought of somebody trying to find some information on one of my videos and going, dang it, where the heck is part 2? Or dang it, now I got to wait for part 3 to come out. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to do that to my viewers. So, because I really appreciate your guys' views, man. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and it means a lot to me. I never would have dreamed that I would have had this many subscribers and viewers and stuff, and it's really cool. I enjoy it, and I hope that the videos help. I hope they help, and I try to be encouraging, because life is encouraging, man. Life is a good thing. Life is good. Good is good, man. So just enjoy life. And Mabel's gonna probably bump on the camera here, so if it gets all wiggle wobbly for a minute, it's because Mabel's underneath the tripod thing, and my tripod is just awful, man. It's not a very good tripod at all. One of these days I'll get some better equipment, but like I said, I'm not a professional channel dude or any of that kind of stuff. I don't, you know, my channel is not the focus of my life, though. You know, it's not designed to make money. It's not designed to do anything but to try to help out folks and to be a little bit encouraging and to share information. So my video quality may be less than that of others who are either professionally trained or have professional equipment or have sponsors who will, you know, help them get gear and equipment and stuff. But that's not my style. And I really don't want that, because I don't want anybody dictating to me what I need to do and what I can and can't do on my channel. I just want to be a regular dude, man. I just want to be a regular dude, and I don't want to have to answer to nobody. I like being free. Even on my YouTube channel, I like free. I like freedom. I want to put out what I want to put out, and when I put it out. So, anywho, I hope that makes sense. Now I'm rambling, so let's start the clips of the random stuff, and we'll just end the video here. And I hope you guys enjoy. Have a great day. God bless, and the end. Well, we got our little backyard bandit. We've had this little coon has been coming up to the back porch and trying to steal stuff, so I making a big old mess on the back porch. So I set the live trap here, this little ringtail raccoon, and we caught her. I think she's a female, but she's definitely small, and so we're going to take her loose. To take her and turn her loose out by the big creek, out by Sims Creek somewhere, where it's a good vacant spot for her to be, go and do what coons do. And what in the heck is going on up there with the chickens? I think somebody got a little too close to the fence and got a buzz. But anyway, in the summertime like this, the hides and their hair isn't very good, and they're skinny. And she's a small coon anyway, so she's probably only about a year old. And there's just no sense for me, you know, killing her and trying to skin her out and stuff like that. We don't eat summer coons. There's a chance of animals being sick. So we'll just take her out and turn her loose somewhere. Huh? Say hello, YouTube. Is that you waving? You giving high fives? Yeah, you're a cutie pie. But if I put my finger in there, you wouldn't be a cutie pie, would you? So anyway, wild animals, you always need to be, you always need to be careful. There is always a chance that they are sick, and then there's always a chance that they will, you know, bite the crap out of you if you try to pet them or whatever. They look cute and cuddly, but remember that they're wild. So these live traps, they've got a little plate on the top here where the handle is where you can carry. What are you doing? You being crazy? Are you being crazy? But like I said, as soon as I put my finger in there, she'd definitely try to bite it off. So, but anywho, we're going to take her out and turn her loose at some point during the day down there by the big creek. And let her go on and do what coons do, and maybe we'll get some more coons out of her come the wintertime. So, anyway, we'll move on to something else here. Rabbits are doing good. The cages are holding up great. You can see we got some little ones right here. These are mainly they're what they call chinchilla mini rexes. Hi, mama. But you can see we got some baby bunnies in there. I'll try to get in a little bit closer on them. Get the cutie pies. But our fans, it's early in the morning, the sun's just coming up. You can see the fans are going, the waters are still in good shape. There's mama and babies. And then we've got some other ones in the grow outs out here. Some folks that asked about the garden. You can see the garden. The garden's looking pretty good. And I can't really tell what's in the camera because there's so much glare coming from the sun coming up out of the east. But here's a look at the garden. The tomatoes are, some of them are doing better than others. And the peppers are doing okay. We got our okra plants up now that we're going to put in this empty row here. I need to weed. I need to come out here and do some hoeing in the garden. Hoeing with a tool, you know, not like out here with my pants down going, hello, say hello. You know, the different kind of hoeing. So, but these plants down here at the end where we put the fresh dirt, or actually it's more like it was just wood chips and rabbit manure and ashes from the wood burner. That's what it was looking like. We planted right into that, and those plants, as you can see, are really doing well. And the other plants are doing okay, but you know, there's nothing to write home to mom about. So there's a pile of block that we're salvaging from the house across the road that we're setting blocks up and putting a pile. The blackberries are doing good. These are thornless triple crown blackberries, and about another 2 weeks or so, and they will be coming on ready to pick along with all the wild berries. The orchard is doing good. We've got 3 peach trees, a couple apple trees, a plum tree, a cherry tree, I think. Just stuff that we planted about 3 years ago. Whenever you plant small trees, it takes a while for them to come up and start producing. They got to have time to grow. But it's a long-term investment, and we are going to be here for the long term. So everything's doing well. Somebody had asked about how we use these rabbit tractors. You see we use them right now as grow-out pens in the spring, the summer, and the fall, because it cuts down a lot on the feed that we have to feed as far as the pellets. And then here in a little bit I'll come out and I'll just move it. We'll just pull this tractor up and move it forward a little bit where they can get to some fresh grass. And they just love this kind of stuff like here with the clover flowers. So we just move them around and move them in between the orchard, and that saves me from having to mow this grass as much. It'll still need to be mowed every once in a while, but it saves me from having to mow the grass as much, and it saves on the cost of feeding the grow-out rabbits. So, and then around each one of my trees, there's just a little piece of the black corrugated pipe that I cut and put around the tree. That way when we're mowing and weed eating, we don't hit the base of the small tree. And most of them have got a U-post next to them to help support the growth straight up. But anyway, here's some of the bunnies. These are standard Rex grow outs. These are going to be meat rabbits, and then the furs we will use for making stuff with, like we made the hat there with the buckskin. And this is how we use our rabbit tractors. They're not the prettiest. They're not the best looking tractors ever, but they serve the purpose. You can see how they've eaten the grass down. So here in a few minutes I'll come and you can just push them in whatever direction you want. You can bring them closer to here. Through the heat of the day, we bring them in closer here to the trees where the shade is to keep them in the shade so that they can have plenty to munch on and they stay cool and all that good stuff. So there you go. There's a little bit about the garden and the orchard and the so-ons, and we'll get some more stuff later on today. We'll go get pork chop here in a minute. So we'll catch up with you in a little bit. There's Miss Pork Chop laying down here next to the hen house. Down here in the coolest spot. This is where it's the most shade and the coolest. What are you doing, baby girl? I don't know how well you're going to be able to see her or not. Hi, pretty piggy. I know it. Yeah, you say hello, everybody on YouTube. Say hello, YouTube. Yep, and there's Pork Chop. Now, like I say, she's grown up good. She's probably about 400 pounds now or so. We'll let her get back to your nap. I'm sorry to wake you up, baby girl. Yeah, I'll come out and read you a story. So, Pork Chop's doing good. And we'll come over here and look at the pheasants. Pheasants are doing well. They are really enjoying their new pen that we built for them this spring. Oh, geez, I about fell down the hill. There's our rooster. We call him Ears. Rooster pheasant. He's putting on some new tail feathers, but they're laying eggs, and we're hatching out little pheasants. We'll give you a shot of some of the babies here in a minute in the house. One of our hens. These artificial Christmas trees. Somebody had asked why I have these little Christmas trees in here. I found them on sale. I think they were like $4 a piece or $5 a piece. And it's just something where they can have some cover. They're a wild game bird. And, you know, they get pretty skittish sometimes if we're out here mowing or trimming or something like that. And so they'll run underneath those little Christmas trees. They'll run underneath and kind of tuck down underneath them like they would do in the wild when they're trying to hide from something that they think is going to get them. And it just gives them a place to hunker down in and kind of get out of the way. And then we put this other black tarp. This is a black mesh tarp. Over this end of the pen, just to make some extra shade for them to keep them off the direct sunlight. I don't know if you can tell the difference in the light here, but we didn't want them to be overheating. Pheasants, they don't deal really well with the heat. They are more of a cool weather bird. That's why they're mainly located up in the northern states, northern part of the country. But here's a quick look and a quick update on the pheasants. They're doing well. The new pen is doing very well, and I'm very happy that we took the time and the materials to build it because we're getting, out of our 6 hens, we're getting 4 and 5 eggs a day, which is, I don't see any eggs in here, but they're doing really good and they're producing well, and we're hatching out quite a few chicks and we're selling quite a few chicks, and so it's all doing good. I don't know if there's even anybody in the shot. Like I said, y'all, the sun is, look at him reaching through there trying to get some of the grass. And this down here is a little feed plot that we're standing in. We'll come down here and pick out this stuff here. We'll let grow tall because this is what we'll pick and throw to the chickens and throw to the pheasants and stuff. So anywho, that's a little bit on the pheasants. There's a little bit better look at Pork Chop. Getting big, y'all. She's doing well, aren't you, sweetie? Aren't you, sweetie? Yeah. She loves a good ear scratching and a belly scratching. Huh. But we're going to try the old insemination thing again this fall. I'm not going to try it during the summertime. I don't want summer pigs, and I don't want her to be pregnant and miserable in the extreme heat of the dog days of summer that are coming. So we're just going to let her hang out, and then in the fall, we will try to re-inseminate. But there she is. Pork Chop. What are you doing? Pretty girl. Yep. I know it. Okay. Okay. Don't talk back. You don't get no more coffee. It makes you nervous, remember? Oh, there you go. There's some Pork Chop. And Mabel. Mabel. And of course we can't forget about Mabel. Huh. Yeah, she's a good dog. There's my good girl. And Mabel's doing fine and doing well too. She's a great dog and a good friend. And she smells something. She's got to go check it out. So. This is our hatching incubator. This is the one that doesn't have an egg tray or anything in it. This is just where we bring the eggs here to hatch. You can see these are pheasant eggs. These are chicken egg cartons, so you can see how big the pheasant eggs are in relation. They're pretty small. And we got a peeper right there, pipping out, working his way out. Come on, little dude. But we run the same temperature, same humidity. The only thing that's different is there's no egg turner, and we put the cartons around the edge. That way as the chicks hatch, they got a little space that they can get into and dry off and fluff them up, and we'll leave them in here about 24 hours or so. So they can fluff up, and then we'll move them into the brooder box. So we'll go look in the brooder box and see some babies. Alrighty, this is our brooder box here, and for the pheasants. As you can see, we got some little guys in there, cute little rascals, running around every which way. We set this up pretty much just like we do our chicken chicks, and this is part of our springtime, spring and summer income is hatching and selling pheasant chicks. If you're interested in pheasant chicks, make sure you check your local regulations, because a lot of states you'll need to have a license in order to keep what they would consider to be a game bird, which is what ringneck pheasants are considered a game bird. So check out your local rules and regulations before you go and get some and get yourself in trouble. But they're fun to have, and they're a beautiful bird, and we enjoy them. We enjoy them, and not to mention that they're delicious. We will keep quite a few of them towards the end of the hatching season to raise up for ourselves to put into the freezer going into wintertime. So there you have some baby pheasants. Peep, peep, peep. Little peeper dudes. They're cute little devils, ain't they? We just like them. We like them a lot. Buzz, buzz, the end.